Hello everyone, my name is Thydee. Dart manipulation is an art of taking the existing darts on a sewing pattern and manipulating them around the pattern to achieve something else. This is a common technique in pattern making. Now that's why I'm here to show you how to manipulate all your darts on your pattern to achieve different designs. Now if you are interested, let's get started, and please ensure you subscribe to this channel. All right, this is my pattern, my mini pattern. And the very first thing you should do is to transfer your dart to the waistline. Now, it is not compulsory that you have to transfer your bust dart to the waistline. This depends on the design or style that you're trying to make. Okay, so for this particular design on your screen, I will need to transfer this dart to the waistline. All right, I'm sure you know how to do that already. Your dart is from this line to this line. Okay, so now I'm going to fold in my dart. Folding it is going to be from one dart leg to the other. Can you see how I'm doing mine? This is what you should have by the time you trim it out the way I did. All right guys, now going back to our design, you can see the design on the screen once again. So I'm going to be showing you how to maneuver your way into having this design. Okay, you can see that the shape in the center is a love shape, so there is no rule to it. What my advice for you is just to make use of your pencil at first to draw that shape. Okay, now you should understand that this line is my center front, and usually the center front is on fold. Okay, the center front is usually on fold, except you have some special designs whereby you need to separate the patterns. Okay, so but this pattern we need to make use of this center front, so it has to be on fold. So you should know that the shape is like this. Okay, so you see the center, the top of the shape is from the inside, then it goes up, then come down and come inward a little. You can see how, let me just use my pen so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Can you see how it's going from the inside, from the down, going up, then coming down and coming inside, curving it again, now to the center, to the same line that this one starts from. I hope you understand my point. Then you stop there, then it's like this, you pick it up, then everything meets at the center line. Can you see what I'm doing? So that is what you're going to do here. Or the best thing I wish you can do is to carve it out on a paper and trim it out, cut the shape out. Then you can now place it here and draw it out, then you cut it. Okay, but I'll just do a rough sketch I'll just do a rough sketch. I hope you have an idea of what I'm saying. So this line represents the center front. Okay, so it now depends on where you want this to start from. You know, I told you that this pattern is a mini pattern with no measurement considered, so it's not a perfect one. So I would just advise you bring it from here. So this, because it's on the line that is usually unfold, so you pick it from here. Okay, you can just pick it like this. So it depends on what you actually want. It doesn't have to go with the design that you have on your screen. Then you take it up, take it up, take it up. Make sure you start from somewhere deep. So you take it up, or you start from here, you know, just do something. By the time you draft your bodice pattern and you do this, it will look perfect. Okay, so then you take it up, make sure it's up, 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 up. So by the time it's coming down this way. It's coming down like this. Can you see? So like I said, you need to do a rough cut. So the most important, the key thing there is that you need to consider the peak, your bust point. This is so important. You need to consider your bust point. Okay, you need to consider your bust point. So then it has to hit this point, very important. Then it goes down, it goes maybe down. So it depends on how you want this to be. So like I said, my advice is for you to just sketch it out, cut it out, then you place it on your pattern this way and like that. Okay, so this is what I have. Then let me just draw it so that it will be neater. And mind you, it doesn't have to be very perfect. The shape does not have to be perfect. Do you understand? So this is what I have. Okay, so now we can cut this out. Please take note that this point is my center front, CF. So please don't forget. You can see what you have here. Can you see it? So I would advise that you use another fabric for this. So by the time you use another fabric, or maybe you use blue for this one, but please make sure it has to be on fold. Make sure it's on fold when you cut. So when you fold your fabric, you place it and you cut. So by the time you open it up, you have a full love shape. Okay, so now you can use another, you can use blue for example for this, then you use green or white or whatever. Just ensure that you have separate fabrics for each of these patterns, okay, while cutting on your fabric. So right now, after this, then you can now close the darts. Okay, make sure you don't cut through. So what do you do now? Then you close it this way and you tape it down. In doing it this way, it helps you to maintain the shape, okay, and it helps you to also have a very lovely fitting on you. So we are making use of all our darts on this pattern. We're not excluding any darts, okay. Everything is being incorporated in the pattern, okay. And you see what it looks like, okay. So make sure that when you are joining the line, this point is the check point. Can you see? This is the bust point, this is the check point. So ensure that the check points, you know, touches the checkpoint on the main bodies. So you just put it this way and you continue to sew, and you continue to sew like that, and make sure you also add seam allowance. Okay, so here you have seam allowance of 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch is fine here, or 3/8 inch. Then you have seam allowance here, and you fold, sorry, you sew, and you have your final look. All right, let's move to the second design. For the second design, so all I'm going to do is to get the midpoint of the shoulder and connect the point to this point with a straight line. Just trying to come in from different angles. Now for some people who like to use or like to draft a pattern that already has a shoulder dart, okay, you can use this. Now for you, if you have just the bust dart, no shoulder, you don't need to move your bust dart to your shoulder before you can, you know, do this design or make or draft this kind of design. I hope you understand. So I'm only trying to show some of us who already have that on our shoulder line. Okay, so it's still the same process. All you need to do is just to extend the dart towards the bust point as shown. Okay, please pardon my freehand stuff. All right guys, so this is what you have, and for this particular design, all you need to do is to locate your neck point. Okay, your neck point here, this is my neck point. Okay, and to also locate my bust point and also locate my waist point here. Okay, all at the center front, and the center front, like I say, is usually on fold. Okay, so and connecting this is going to be with straight lines. Okay, so the first thing you do is to connect the waistline on the center front to the nipple point. Okay, now next is to also connect the neck point to the nipple point. All right, you can see what I have, so you can just, like I said, make sure you use different fabrics or different colors, okay, so that the design can actually look good, attractive. Okay, so all we need to do right now is to cut this, to remove this, and know that this is on fold. So this is our CF, center front. Very lovely. By the time you cut this on fold, you add seam allowance all around and you now fix. Okay, so all you need to do, just close this dart and close this dart as well. Okay, I am done closing this dart. Next is to close this dart. This is what I have, and please take notes make sure you indicate where your waistline is and your neck point. Very important. Okay, so this is what you have. Then add seam allowance, connect here, stitch together, stitch together. This is unfold. All right, guys, and the third one that I wish to also show you is on your screen right now. So I would advise you use this same method, the method I use here. You still use the one that has a bust that is still the same thing, or you transfer it to the shoulder and draw the shape as usual. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.